It's time for some EU4. Hawk, today, this week is a very special week. Why is that?
It is. I've been waiting so long. You've been waiting so long. And chat doesn't know it, but they've been waiting so long for our second special week of the season, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. The keen-eyed among you might have noticed the hints we've put into our thumbnail, into our little intro right there. But this is alternate start date week. That's right. Your 1444 knowledge gets thrown out of the window because 1444 is going home today. Bye-bye. It's time for some alternate start dates.
But coming up first is perhaps the most important match of the day.
Yeah.
We're starting out with a bang. Playmaker versus Student. Now, why is this so important?
Let's go back to the challenges and I'll explain why it's so important. First, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Playmaker and the Student. After that, it's Zlewikk versus Habibi. After that,
see the
it's
scoreboard.
Florry versus Chairman. Okay, so as you can see, Playmaker is number 3 right here. Well, we need to see his points, Midge.
Midge, get it out of
We need
there.
to see the amount of points he has.
Midge, what is going on?
Student too. There we go. There we go. So,
Bro's lost his head.
Playmaker and the Student facing off versus each other, ladies and gentlemen. But look at that. They're tied on points, not only amongst themselves, but with Florry as well. Whoever wins out of the Playmaker and the Student will match Zlewikk with points, at least temporarily. I think it's time to finally jump in to alternate start date week and see what is their alternate start date challenge.
Cannot wait to tell
Let's
you.
bring that right up. Boom! 7 Years' War, starting as Prussia in the 7 Years' War start date, have the highest dev.
I think it's time to meet our players. The Playmaker.
Last week, the Playmaker performed to halt Habibi and give himself a shot at the grand final. He has begun to make a name for himself in this competition, but he has to win today or he could find himself in a relegation battle. He has reportedly managed to figure out that he should use the full 60 minutes, so perhaps we'll see a Playmaker stomp.
And against him in the red corner is the Student.
The Student has continually claimed to be sandbagging, but now the gloves are off. He has reportedly called Playmaker an uppity gambler with no real skill, preferring his more measured approach. Today we'll see if order beats chaos in this all-to-play match.
Well, there we go. Gentlemen, how are we doing today? We'll start with the Playmaker, who finally has a camera. We finally see him. It's massive. How are you feeling today, now that your camera's connected?
Oh, I'm feeling great. And they gave me Prussia. They love me. Like, I mean, you guys you know what I love. You must watch the channel. You say like his favorite nation's Prussia. Let's put him on Prussia today.
And Student, you've got a fresh new look as well. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling great, man. This is a fun challenge to walk around doing stack wipes all ago and left and right, and that will be a crazy challenge, I think.
Bruce Ponce, are you expecting a bankruptcy today, Playmaker?
You know, I never counted out. It could be the strat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't want to share my secrets though.
They both sounded pretty confident playing with Prussia, but the Prussia you create is different to the Prussia you get.
Very much so. Let's get cracking on the count of 3, 2, 1, go. Our players have been told to start.
Attention all Para Bellum lovers, the finale of Season 2 of EU4 Para Bellum will be live on YouTube and on Twitch February 19th at 6 p.m. Central European Time /12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss this. It's about to be a clash of the titans, the clash of the year. But now, let's see what they got up to in this match first.
Here we go. So this is Prussia. Prussia begins in a bit of a hefty war against Russia, Austria, and France. A significant outnumbering. This is not a pleasant war. In order to get out of this war day one, you will have to give up all of Silesia as well as a little bit more territory. So our players are going to have to decide if they want to fight. They start with limited manpower, and most importantly, they only start with 6,000 cannons. For those of you who are perhaps new to EU4, at this stage in the game, you have to have a full back row of cannons. So the combat width is 40. You need to have 40 men in front, 40 cannons behind, and the amount of damage that will do is phenomenal. The AI does not usually do this. You can see this 40k stack. Did he just peace out someone?
He just pieced out everyone.
No, he didn't. He pieced out France.
France? They're the hardest ones to piece out, though. What did he give to them?
Pieced out France. I think I cannot tell you. Oh, over here.
New World
there
stuff?
You go.
No.
Yeah, New World stuff. Look.
Oh, he gave them the 13 colonies. Nice.
There you go. Look at that.
Nice.
Bonjour, America. You are now French. My condolences. Do you want to point out what I believe to be an early mistake? Over here, getting the independent army to make up numbers. This is not going to win you the war. Cannons are initially cannons. And now I don't mind getting this in conjunction with cannons, but otherwise I'm not too much of a fan of that. He's not building cannons. You need to have cannons. You need to have, look at this. 9 cannons tearing apart that army. Obviously, it's also the overwhelming...
Student perhaps about to lose a battle. Let's flip immediately to me, ladies and gentlemen, because his war is on as well. Fighting the Austrians in Breslau.
No cannons.
Right there. So, to go back what you were saying. Big mistake by, I think, both of our players to just not stabilize a bit and, you know, build cannons in these, like, sort of fortified provinces over here. What the Playmaker that I like very much, that the Student hasn't done, is getting France out early right here.
Oh, no. Oh, fix my POV. My POV. Sorry, my POV. That's a massive battle. And he's hugely... Both sides are massive overstacked. He had to retreat immediately. Huge loss. Now, just a quick note on late game battle. If you're a veteran of MP, making sure you don't put a massive stack like this is imperative. Because if you have 40,000 men on the front lines, they fight. Oh, look, he's overstacked again. That's not good. That's not good. He's thrown men at the problem. What you need to do is trickle in men constantly so you refresh your morale. Because otherwise, when you dive into a battle with full 96,000 men, 40,000 stay on the front lines, the others stay in what's called reserve. And in reserve, they still take morale damage, so you're more likely to retreat out of battles.
Okay, so going back to the, to what you call it, to the Student right here, he has, I'll gladly let you know, he has pieced out. In this war that Prussia was in, giving up the Silesian land, as expected. But before he pieced out, he actually declared on the Netherlands, which is great in this challenge specifically. Why? Because they were allyless, and more importantly, the Netherlands has some really high dev provinces. Would he get coalition like this? Yes, he would, but does it really matter? He can full annex the Netherlands, almost. And, you know, they do have provinces elsewhere in the world.
We have an assault on Vienna has taken place, and so they are now down to medium. It looks like he's pieced out. It looks like he was going for a white piece, so he hasn't lost all the Silesian land. But I will tell you this, he's taken a lot of loans to do it. Look at that. Yikes. He spent about 5,000 ducats, which he could have spent on cannons. And again, I think Playmaker was a fantastic player of EU4. We know this. He even said Prussia, his nation. But he's not obeying the fundamental principles of late game combat. I think both these players, early game merchants. And that's the worst slur that I can think of.
You know, progressing well so far. Let's do a little, you know, early game check. 10 minutes in, the Student is at 310 dev. And this is exactly what we're looking like right here. So yeah, the Student at 310 right now. What's the Playmaker?
Looking at 440 as he is continuing trying to go speed 5 to try and get through as much of the siege as possible.
Not bad, not bad.
So he kept Silesia, which is a lot of dev. We're looking at about 100 dev there. There we go, 100%. Let's see what he takes. Now, in my opinion, he should not take Zlewikk. It's a lot of dev, but I don't think it's worth the aggressive expansion. He hit 30 right there. He took it anyway. He just took it anyway.
Let's go to your POV. We're not actually looking at
what you're showing. Yeah, over here. He took Zlewikk. They were a co-belligerent. So that's a good amount of aggressive expansion. Now, the good thing about this war, well, the Student's going to have better, is that the Student's going to have truces with France, Austria, and Russia. And frankly, if they're not in a coalition against you, then you're sort of laughing here. The Nationalist War,
minor
was that truce break? Was that no? So why did he lose stab? Must have heisted
the Student's been losing stab in my game as well, and I can't figure out why.
I do want to point out something that I saw earlier. So this is the religious map mode. I was thinking, why not declare war on the Commonwealth? Well, your old buddy Spain has become the defender of the Catholic faith. So that does limit things slightly here, as we see another declaration. Can we go to the Playmaker directly? Now, these should be easy enough to clear up. He should get a good amount of territory from this. Do you want to take us through what's happening in the Students game?
Yeah, let's actually go to him directly right here, ladies and gentlemen, if we can. There we go. So he did that war versus the Netherlands. Oh, we can't see it over there, ladies and gentlemen, but let's go to my POV right here, and I'll show you exactly what he took. He took this. He took the Gold Coast or whatever it is, the Grain Coast or something. Now, who is he planning to fight over here? Is he planning to actually go outside of Europe?
Maybe West
That's
Africa.
actually not a bad strategy.
I
You
do
know, from
like that.
here, if he fights Denmark, he can take stuff over here and down here. Then, you know, he can fight Dahomey, Benin, Segu, whoever it is right here.
I mean,
don't
let's
know,
stomp those
maybe-
guys. Look at the tech differences.
Maybe these guys? Yeah, tech differences are insane, especially with these guys. It's 9 tech levels, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hallelujah. Flip to my POV if you don't mind. Two
Let's
things
do
have
that.
happened. Miraculously, look at this. Military reform. That, for the next 10 years, is plus 20% morale of armies. Incredible. But more of a miracle, look what he's building. It's cannons, ladies and gentlemen. The man is now clued in. Oh, no, he changed his capital. He moved his capital.
Moved his capital to South America?
That's why I wanted it. It's massive. It's massive.
It's huge.
brain.
It's huge, ladies and gentlemen. This
absolutely
challenge
massive
has
brain.
just completely changed. With his capital in South America, he can declare on New Granada without fighting Spain. On Portuguese Brazil without fighting Portugal. Peru, La Plata, New Spain, one of the most powerful nations in the world if it would be independent. 13 colonies.
And
This is the
that's
galaxy.
ridiculous, brain. That is ridiculous. And also, I want to point out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this-
can you click on that? Can you click on that peace deal and show off the amount of war score?
Yeah, as soon as he
required.
rolls over a month. So
Well, you can
because-
just
yeah,
you can just
there-
click
there
on it.
we go,
There you
there
go.
we go. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. We can just go in and select whatever we want right here. Look at this, 5, 6 war score only.
It's
for 84
absolutely
provinces?
galaxy
Oh,
brain.
wait, I can actually full annex Granada in one war with no aggressive expansion. Now, the only caveat here is he's got to be fast.
You will get
If
aggressive
he's not
expansion.
fast enough, Spain will enforce peace. But if he's fast enough, and he realistically should be, look, 41 war score.
Look at
Look,
that.
full annex on New Granada,
Look at the
ladies and
south.
gentlemen.
He's popped a siege and he's assaulting as well. And if you look to my POV, Playmaker's still not piecing out these wars. Still
Wait,
not
which-
piecing out these wars.
the
The ones he
tiny
declared
guys?
like immediately, the tiny guys. Look, I think he might be
Maybe-
waiting until this.
Yeah.
He might well be. I think he's currying a favor with the Ottomans as well. He's allied the Ottomans to try and maybe bring them in against Austria. He can't take into the territory, maybe. No, God's like okay. He's piecing them out now. Why did he only start now? Why did it take him so long? What is the Playmaker doing, chat? Curious minds would like to know.
Let's go to the student as well here if we can, Midge. See how he's doing in his war versus New Granada. He is playing relatively fast. Spain hasn't enforced peace yet, and he's already got 34% war score, so I don't think we'll see an enforced peace. Now, the question is, the only thing that's limiting the student right now is aggressive expansion and admin points, ladies and gentlemen. Full annexing New Granada, I'm looking at that right now, 1,500 admin points, and he only has 200 there, as we can see. The total dev of New Granada, let's go ahead and see that. How much would he get if he full annexes New Granada? 342 dev.
Can I say if Spain enforces peace on him, does he have time to fire off a peace deal, or does it stop you from having? I think it does stop you from giving a peace deal until you accept it.
If you got an enforced peace pop up, you can't do anything. Either accept or reject. And honestly, I'd accept. But yeah, look at that.
But
bullet.
that-
It has
but then,
balanced out a little bit, ladies and
like you
gentlemen.
say, it does mean then he has to sort of consider the idea that he then is 1,500 admin points in the hole and has all those roll problems. It's perhaps a little bit early to start thinking like that.
That
But
big, you
300
mean?
dev, that's winnable. Like in terms of the challenge, like that could be enough.
Yeah. Currently, he is in a losing position.
Absolutely, he's out by about 120
clear.
development. Now, if everything goes well, chat, then yeah, he's gonna win this challenge. But the problem is with these kinds of new world nations, not everything's gonna go well potentially.
Honestly, I'd take up to 100 overextension here. You know, just to not blow up, and he's still got time to fight all of these other guys. He could create a vassal here. It would be half dev. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Let's go to the Playmaker directly, Midge, and see what he's up to while the student is up to in this Granada war.
In the meantime, peace has been declared. A couple of extra provinces have been nabbed, and it doesn't look like it's enough to get a coalition. So that's good. It took a long ass time. I'm not gonna lie to you for him to finish off these wars. A couple of things I do
Like,
also want to show
surprising
is he does have the ability to get absolutism. I think trying to strike a balance between the two might be the right idea. but he's not gaining it per month. You can get this, by the way, by, for example, harsh treatment over here. Bang, absolutism +1. And that's very, very much worth it to increase absolutism. Which, by the way, is also going to be a mechanic that I think that these players might not be as familiar with because it happens in the latter half of the game. And also, Frederick the Great is dead.
Oh, let's get some L's in the chat. Oh, he's dead in the Students game too. It's Frederick II Wilhelm von Hohenzollern.
Revolutionary France is getting taken out by Pretender Rhodes. Sorry. Do you want to flip to your POV and take us through it?
Yeah. So the student right here is just chilling. Now, let's actually go to him directly. I want to know what he's doing. Why is he not piecing out? So he's looking at something to take right here. He's got, you know, the ignore coring distance, just taking a look at them. Of course, all of our players unfamiliar with the stuff that you get in the Age of Revolutions. He's taken Force March costs no power, which is
good. It's the best one there, in my opinion. Okay, big old war here. This is not what I was expecting, but I do like it. It's the Prussian-French imperialist war. I think he was waiting for them to break to rebels, and he's gone straight in for the French.
Not bad.
I can't say I saw that coming, but I do like what he's doing with the place. Now, I have to unfortunately criticize the lack of artillery. Combined, he only has 13,000. There are no French troops here at all. Basically none. There is no threat. This is an amazing war for him to declare. Absolutely phenomenal.
Only the Playmaker's dev right now. Halfway into the challenge.
Halfway into the challenge, we are currently looking at 524 as well as 8. So 528, sorry.
He's taking a big lead over the student. The student is still on 318, but a full annex on Granada puts him right over the Playmaker.
I mean, he just wins. That's the thing.
Yeah,
it's whether or not how desperate can one man be. And let's see what the Playmaker can do in this war. I think I found the French troops, dude. They're prioritizing the New World. This is a very confused war effort, in my opinion. Oh, there we go. France has 14,000 cannons. That is going to be nasty to deal with, and a Force 6 to deal with as well. His troops, look at that. They're not unified. He's gone straight for Paris, and he's taken Paris. It's only a capital fort.
It or whatever it's called, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not a fan of this war at the moment. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not a fan of this war. It's a good idea in theory. I don't like how he's prosecuting it. This isn't. This to me reeks of two players, which is our ideal, that are unfamiliar with the state in the game.
Yeah, so here we are as the student, ladies and gentlemen. While Laith was explaining that, he has declared his second New World war against New Spain. Now, New Spain, absolutely massive, the biggest colonial nation that can get created in the New World. Most powerful, most dev, most everything, usually. And, you know, they might be almost full annexable here too, man. You know, while you guys are looking at the students sieging down, over on my POV, I'm just clicking on random provinces around New Mexico to see how much the student could potentially take. Because at this point, I'm going to say that his strat is to stay in these wars till the end and peace out final moment.
It's a good strat.
He can full annex pretty much. Look, I haven't even selected all the provinces. There we go. Full annex New Spain for 84 war score. He's already 100% in New Granada. He can take everything from them. So that's like, let me go back and check once again, ladies and gentlemen, if he does this. New Granada, 343 dev, right? New Spain, 692 dev.
You want to flip to my POV? I'll take you through what's going on in this war.
Let's do that.
He's hired more mercenaries.
More mercs?
Yeah, he's hired mercenaries to siege back these tiny little provinces.
How much French is he losing out on that?
I mean, I can't imagine it's barely anything yet, like nothing. But he's trying to siege down all these individual provinces. The forts, you've got to get the forts first. There's 2 forts here. Go from there and crack on. There's the 3 leagues as well. You can siege them out and get them out of the war. All of the French troops, I believe, are in the New World. But it's a little bit confused from him, if I might say so myself. He has stack wiped a couple of them, so they don't have... All of the armies are in the New World. All of them. There are no armies at home. They can't come home because of the British Navy as well. So that's really good for him. He should hopefully realize this and realize that this is the most expensive mistake he'll ever make in his life.
Why?
Well, because he's losing 123 ducats a month.
Yeah, let's go to the student directly, ladies and gentlemen. New Granada getting unsieged by New Spain. The colonies helping each other out.
What's his war exhaustion looking like?
War exhaustion is actually not that bad. He's only 6.5 right now. There we go. Already pre-selecting the full annex.
Pausing to do it.
He's got time, bro. He full annexes New Granada and New Spain. He wins this. I'm just telling you straight up.
Well, probably, yeah. The Playmaker keeps... Okay, he's pieced out someone. I think he's pieced out the 3 leagues. He flipped my POV. It looks like... Now, this is the nasty part of France. I don't mean the region. I mean the fort. It's a level 8 fort in the mountain. He's spending a lot of mill power on force marching, again, a grand company that he really doesn't need. How in debt is he? He's 38 loans. He's more than half the way to bankruptcy. I mean, frankly, he's on track. He's fine. But the point is, if you're going to pull out the stops for and pay 70 ducats a month, right? You might as well have cannons and make your life a lot easier, because it's also going to help with these sieges. These level 8 forts, dude. That's nasty. He also doesn't have a leader on these. All of his leaders are dead. So he needs to get a siege leader. Look at that. Oh my god, that's nasty. I mean, at least assault. He's got 3 cannons standing outside the fort. What is this? He's losing his head. He's losing his head. I'm calling it. He's lost his head. It's over for him.
Let's go to him directly. Is he panicking? Is he doing this? Oh my god, I'm losing. No, he's actually chilling.
He's missed his green screen a little bit.
Chilling right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Ignore coring distance.
Oh, so he can take like the cheapest middle provinces, or
he's looking at the new world, which I think is the right choice. And you're gonna see, by the way, in this war, if once he declares like peace, you're looking at a good, like, I would say 1,000 dev.
Nah.
This combined with European territory, yeah, he's gonna cost. It's gonna be like.
He can take that much, though. He
can take 60%. He can take 60%.
Like 2 provinces in the what you call it.
Nah. I checked that out. You can get 60%. Will do you most of the new world, I believe, right? If not all. And then you got another 30% to get land in Europe. I'm telling you now, that's a lot of dev. Look, you got the Caribbean over here for 0%.
It's a UI mod.
Do you want to flip to the Playmaker directly, and then I'll show off the peace deal?
Let's go to the Playmaker directly, ladies and gentlemen. So he's doing the selection. Oh, he's cleared offer.
Why?
He did all that selecting in the New World, and he's cleared it.
But why?
Okay, let's go to the student real quick, because there are real developments over on this side, ladies and gentlemen. Another declaration versus another colony. So he's pretty much the 100% in New Granada and New Spain. He's got enough to full annex them. Now declaring on Floride, which some of you might know is the French word for Florida. So, you know, if he takes these guys out, he does not seem to have ignore coring distance. Otherwise, he would be able to take that. So, a little bit from these guys. I wonder why them and not like Spanish Peru or Portuguese Brazil or La Plata or something like that. But yeah, that's gonna be even more depth for him, ladies and gentlemen. That's
if it's my POV, I finished.
I'm gonna go this player's 14-minute warning.
I finished selecting. It's exactly 100% for every single province in the New World that he has. That is 1,000 dev.
Yeah, very.
That's honestly 1,000 dev, almost. That's a lot of territory, including rich land over here. I think if he can get this off and another war, like, frankly, what's frustrating me here? Let me explain, ladies and gentlemen. What's frustrating me is he's not doing anything else.
Oh, let's go to my POV immediately. The student has started his peace outs, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, full annexing New Granada and making them revoke cores. No one has cores on these provinces. So that means
they're dead, so they can't
reconquest on him.
They're dead, so they can't have cores on it, I don't think. Wait, I don't know how that works. Oh my god, that's ugly. I think he's going to no CB France. He's taken every fort. He's ignored the New World. He's taken all the forts. I think he's gonna attack him again. We flipped him directly.
The student has also pieced out, fully annexing New Spain, ladies and gentlemen. I can let you know that. Oh my god, I just took a look at his dev.
Now, let's not forget that Playmaker can do the exact same thing. Frankly, I think this is a good play. I think it's kind of too little too late. This is going to incur a coalition. I don't think he's going to be able to finish the war to great satisfaction without the coalition firing. And I think this is going to be the big hole in his game. I think he went too little, too late, too slow. I think we could have seen something big. Now,
that's not. I'm gonna show you something big. Flip to my POV. The student, full annexing New Granada, full annexing New Spain, pretty much beating Florry's ass, and he's just decked on French Louisiana as well, all while being at max loans and 560 overextension.
Nice.
Playing very
Excellent.
well.
I mean, I think we're gonna see. It's gonna take a little while for him to explode to the rebels.
It is. Now, I have seen his death, but I'm not gonna show you. We're too close to the end.
Oh no.
I know what it is. Let's see what the Playmaker is doing, because he did do that France thing.
Why do you think France is still very happy with this war? I'll tell you why. Playmaker reportedly forgot about the Commonwealth being allied to him. Or I think they maybe got enforced peace or something, because that's not good. So that's going to be a bit of a problem, and he needs a lot of war score to take all this stuff here. Now, that's a lot of dev to make up. It's not impossible in 10 minutes. Frankly, I think if you fully utilize Prussia, you could still do it. What did he just do? Did he just wipe peace?
Did he take New World stuff? He didn't.
No.
He didn't do anything?
He wiped peace and declared again to get Commonwealth out of the war. I don't mind that strat.
So like 8 truce breaks, he's gonna get coalition. The coalition's gonna attack.
Yeah, well, that was always gonna happen. Again, I don't mind this coalition. Again, let the coalition declare, sacrifice the 100% war score and go again. Then you already have a truce with the entirety of Europe, but you've got 10 minutes, you gotta go fast.
Student, let's flip to the Student right here, ladies and gentlemen. His game has a lot more hype, I can tell you that. Well, maybe not, but he has pieced out Spanish Louisiana. Oh,
Fantastic.
What did he do with them? He took everything that he could. Yeah, just straight up taking everything that he could. I think he's still making money.
No, I don't think he is.
He's not making money.
But he has 31k in the bank, dude.
He has 31k in the bank. He's just full annexed Florida. Does he have time for more? He still hasn't blown up to rebels. No rebels are close to enforcing demands. He is at 43 unrest, 15 war exhaustion, no corruption, surprisingly.
As we can see, Playmaker now starting to catch on to the game. Look how quick those clicks are, actually. If you had bigger UI, it'd be a lot faster, but look at those clicks. Missing a couple of times. That is actually ridiculous. This is a man who plays League of Legends, ladies and gentlemen. You can see those pixel perfect. Look at that. Also, the France won't accept. That's also holding him back. He's only got 64%, and they're on medium.
So yeah, there we go.
Zlewikk
Zlewikk continuing his wars with the 13 colonies. Playmaker continuing with France. Checking out possible peace deals. Less than 5 minutes left. Ladies and gentlemen, I've said it many times. I'll say it again. There is a very real chance whoever wins right now goes to the final. Do you realize how important that is?
Big chance.
Do you realize how important that is? Currently, there's a 3-way fight between Student, Playmaker, and Florry. And let's say we put Zlewikk above them because he is above them on the scoreboard, right? It's so important for whoever wins here. Oh my God, I'm just looking at the possible peace deal versus the 13 colonies for the Student right here. I think they are full annexable with about 40% war score, ladies and gentlemen. The 13 colonies. You know how much dev is concentrated in East America. Look at this. Meanwhile, this is what the rebel situation is looking like. Is he close to breaking? Nope, not at all. He's still got a lot of time to go, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes left. He's got plenty of time. He's got their capital. Yeah, he just needs to keep going. The 13 colonies guy, Governor Jacob Hawk right here. Hey, shout out. Shout out Jacob Hawk. He's a fierce negotiator. So he's not willing to, you know, concede.
That's actually so annoying for him.
Oh, but he can take all but one province, and they would be willing to accept. He doesn't know though. Let's go to final 5 again, Midge. Let's see what he's doing. What they're doing, both of them. There he is. He's selecting it all.
By the way, Playmaker did peace out and is re-attacking France again. This is a valiant effort. Looks like it can take most of France, and that coalition not declaring.
Just unselect one, Student. Just unselect one. He doesn't know. Does he know now?
He knows. He's seen. He knows. There it is.
He's just sent it. Oh my God,
that is actually ridiculous. Look at that Prussia. He legit has conquered most of the New World in an hour. That is incredibly impressive.
1 minute left, ladies and gentlemen.
Did he just save the game?
Because the Student just saved the game. He is done.
Saving the game. He's like, that's it. I want to reload to this one.
Yep. There we go. Shout out the Student, man. I think he's done. That was an amazing game. Let's go to the Playmaker here, ladies and gentlemen, for a final 5 if the Student is done. You know, that's a boss move.
That's amazing. Saves the game. I am done. Here's your save file, Hawk. He's saving that. He's going to give it to Zlewikk and be like, save this, bitch. That's disrespectful. Let's see.
I think he's getting too bogged down, man. I think that was his mistake this run. If he does end up losing, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I think like you say, he is right. I'll give him a 20-second warning, but very much bogged down. I mean, I think he knows that's it, and we can see that he actually did achieve 1,020 development in total, including full subjects. Okay, well, I don't think we feel the need to draw this out. I will say 1,016 is the order of the day for Playmaker. Can you reveal the students' tally?
The Playmaker, 1,016 dev. Am I correct?
You are correct.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Midge, you can go to me. I'm going to show off the students' dev. So, who goes second on the table?
Bro left.
Bro left.
Oh my god.
Doesn't matter. I'm still in. So, the student wins, ladies and gentlemen, with 2,019 dev, getting almost double the score of the Playmaker. And he takes away our first challenge of the day, putting him in strong contention for a spot in the final. Congratulations to the student.
What does that do to the scoreboard? Well, it does mean that he does take 2 points home. And it means that he is tied with Zlewikk right now. If Florry loses today, Florry has to beat the student in order to progress to the final. If Florry wins today, then the winner of those two goes through. But it doesn't mean that the Playmaker is down and out. He can still claw his way into the grand final, especially if things line up in his favor both this week and next. So still all to play for. All right, student, you did win. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels good because I did all the wars that I wanted to, and I thought maybe I couldn't do all of them in time, but you know, I think the difference in development in the end didn't really matter because it's just about using the strategy or using it not, or not using it, you know. So
now, obviously, I can tell you that that the student had a strategy of nipping into the new world, and that was incredibly effective, which we didn't see coming. So he did take the points away. I will say, though, however, you still have a shot at getting into the grand final. If Habibi does beat Zlewikk, then it means that you can take Zlewick's spot next week because you face off against him. Student, you face off against Florry next week, so you're gonna have to try and take his spot. It's all a little bit spicy.
Yeah,
right now.
But I think I have it completely in my own hands right now, right?
Yes,
because if I beat Florry, then we have the same amount of. Oh no, I actually have more, right? So
if Florry loses to the chairman today, then yeah, you'll have more. But if Florry
if he wins today, then he has also 6, right? And then
you're on the same points, and then you win, then you beat him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you beat Florry next week, then you're completely safe. Playmaker, I'll ask one thing. In that last challenge, it felt like you spent a long time in a war against Hess. What was that about?
Well, I think I fundamentally changed my game plan midway through, which was a mistake. What I was going to do is kind of like just war with everybody at once, and then end all the wars at once. Like just say war exhaustion is just a number and ignore it.
Yeah.
And then I was going to get the age ability to take regardless of distance, but then I guess I just decided to go again to do something different.
Yeah.
More or less.
So just to catch up on what the student did, he attacked the Netherlands. So he pieced out immediately, lost Silesia, beat the Netherlands, took one province of theirs in Africa, moved his capital there, and then moved it over to South America, and then just conquered his way through South America.
Yeah, I think that's the obvious approach. I should have done that.
I mean, we didn't think of it, and we came up with the challenge.
I thought about moving my capital to the New World too, because I was like, that's pretty obvious. I should have done that. That was skill issue on my part.
It's obvious, and it hurts me. I'm not gonna lie, because we didn't think of it. Me, Midge, and Hawk really didn't think of it, and it makes us really glad that we worded the next couple.
I don't know. I actually thought about it, but then I was just like, in my mind, I didn't realize how much dev there is in the New World versus how much dev there is in Europe. But that makes sense to just know for the next time. Like, if it's a dev challenge, I should definitely just move my capital to the New World.
We're learning that as well. We're now, thanks to the student, going to be wording our things very fucking carefully. So thanks for that one.
I mean, what did I do? I mean, that was an interesting game or not, right?
No, it was good. It was good. Like to be clear, I'm not knocking whatever you did. It's just what we like. It's good because it is like one of a kind. If every week we did a dev challenge and everyone hoofs off to the new world, it's gonna get a real dull fast.
Yeah, but that won't work, right? Because in 1444 there's like 10 dev.
No, for sure. It was a really interesting strat. And I can ask, have you got familiarity with like sort of later start dates at all?
Yeah, I mean, I know that one thing, that the war score cost from colonies is pretty damn low.
You're really
And
rubbing it in my face here, man.
yeah, that's just all I knew. And I also knew that I don't want to fight the war in the beginning. So yeah, that's where it ended up.
Say our goodbyes here. Thank you both very much. We'll see you next week. You can both still make it into the grand final. You can both still be eliminated. It's all left to play for. Thank you both very much for your time.
The Para Bellum Hegemon Grand Final is here. Who will be crowned champion? Find out live February 19th. Parabellum.gg